What's up, everybody? Archangel here, doing a review on a rifle I just bought. It is a Smith & Wesson M&P10. Take a look at it right there. Just bought it actually this afternoon. Read a lot of reviews online. Trust only a very few amount of people when it comes to reviewing a firearm, just because too many places on either links from Facebook to YouTube or just YouTube itself. People are sponsored by Ruger or DPMS or something like that, and of course they're going to go and say how great their products are, that they're being sponsored by them. There's a guy on YouTube, I watch a lot of different videos for gear and guns. I really trust him a lot. You guys ought to take a look at a lot of the videos he has in the reviews. Guy's name's Nutnfancy. Has a lot of different reviews. He did a really in-depth review on this. I think he has 2 or 3 different videos about the Smith & Wesson M&P10. Did a lot of research with a lot of different types of ammunition, different distance of shooting. Watched the video at least 5 or 10 times each, and then I decided to go with that because of that review. But this is the Smith & Wesson M&P, the Magpul edition. You can get the plain Jane one. I do believe it is, the part number is 311308. Like I said, it's the plain Jane one. You can take a look at the Smith & Wesson website. The one I decided to go with, it is a 311314. I haven't seen it on the website. Did some searching today, couldn't find it anywhere. Went to my local gun shop, asked if they had a Smith & Wesson M&P10, because I know for the longest time they were really hard to find. They actually had 2. They had 2 Magpul versions, and I didn't know they even had one. And I went up, checked it out, liked everything about it, went and bought it. Best price online I found was Palmetto State Armory. They had one about a week ago for $999.99 for the plain Jane one, which is an awesome deal. They do not, as of I know right now, do not carry the M&P10 in the Magpul configuration. Buds does have it. If you're a law enforcement professional like I am, you can get a little bit of a discount through Buds. Best price I got for this one was, I believe it was $12.85. Picked up this in my local gun shop, who also does some law enforcement discounts, and I buy a lot of guns there. I got it for, I believe it was $12.29 plus tax. Let's take a look at the rifle a little bit more in depth. You got the MOE mil spec, the MOE adjustable stock. It is a mil spec buffer tube. I checked with my caliper. It is within the parameters of the mil spec measurements. You got the MOE standard pistol grip. You have they have an integral, you can tell, trigger guard, which is actually very nice. You don't have to add anything onto that. It has a very nice ambidextrous bolt release. You can tell right there. It's very nice. It does have a lot of ambidextrous features. Standard safety selector on this side. The mid-length EMOE handguard, and you can take a look at the flash hider / compensator. It is rather large, but it is part compensator, part flash hider. I kind of like it. It looks a little bit different than most of the ones out there. You can swap it out, but as of right now, I'm not. And of course, it does come with a Magpul 20 round P-Mag, which are probably one of the best mags you can buy. Just Magpul P-Mags in general. And then on this one, you actually get Troy brand. I know it says Smith & Wesson M&P on it, but they are actual Troy battle sights. They are flip-up battle sights, as you can see right there. They are Troy branded ones. Those alone are around $200, between $200 and $250. Like I said, the plain Jane one, you add all this other stuff up to it, you're actually getting a way better deal if you go with something like this. It does come with a front sling mount if you want to throw on the sling there. You can put on a single point sling. It does have a spot for it. but sometimes you could tell with Smith & Wesson what they do is they go and they indent it a little bit, makes it a little harder for you to spin it off. They really don't like you going and doing it, but you could always get a different stock if you want that has a quick detach right here. Really wouldn't be that big of a deal, but it does come with the MOE standard collapsible buttstock. It does come with your standard AR style charging handle. I'm going to measure it probably tomorrow or the next day and see if I can swap it out for a Bravo Company gunfighter charging handle. I have them on my other ARs. It just makes it a lot easier when you're trying to go and manipulate the charging handle whenever you have gloves on, or if you have a longer optic, something like that on there. But you could tell that there is no space there at all. Very tiny little bit of space. You barely see any light right there. They are super close to the rail, which is great. You don't have to worry about them sticking up being in the way. And you can actually tell right there the T marking, and it actually says Smith & Wesson on the top. I'm very impressed with everything that I saw with it so far. On that side, you'll go over to this side. It does have a very nice gas block on it. It does have a Picatinny rail on the top where the front sight goes. It just bolts right on. You have the nice etching of the M&P10 on the side. It does come with an ambidextrous safety, and does have a bolt release over here also. It does come with a forward assist. And there you go. Like I said, you could swap out any of the Magpul stuff. Just make sure that you buy the right size for your buffer tube. If you buy the wrong size, it won't fit correctly. And like I said, I did measure it. It is within the parameters of the mil spec. So make sure if you're going to buy, make sure you get the mil spec, not the commercial. Some of the parts, a lot of the parts for a lot of the different AR308s are proprietary. As far as I know, I believe they said the barrel nut's proprietary. Maybe the charging handle and that, I have to go and find out and do some research before I start going and buying parts. But like I said, the Magpul mid-length handguard fits perfect. It doesn't wobble, doesn't move. Feels really good and solid. I believe before I bought this, I checked a couple of different places. As far as I know, the only company that did make a free float handguard for this was Troy. Troy makes awesome stuff anyway, so you're not losing nothing on there. If you decide to go to Troy and free float it, I'm probably going to leave it like this for a little bit, just because I like the look. Maybe when I get tired of the look, or if I want to increase the accuracy, I'll go and I'll free float it. And see if there's any more options coming out. But like I said, if you go with Troy, you're not going to have any problems at all and make really solid stuff. But go ahead and check out some more videos I'll be posting up here. Probably a part 2 and 3 when I actually go and shoot. Maybe do some running and gunning, maybe some long range shooting. But it's definitely worth the money. Like I said, I paid about probably about $12.29 plus tax. It's a very good investment. I know probably about a year ago you couldn't even find one of these things. Just to let you know how big of a price difference it is. Like I said, Palmetto has them on sale. Bud's always has good prices. If you are law enforcement, EMT, military, EMS and firefighters also, you just send Bud's your credentials. You do get a considerable discount. It's called a qualified professional discount. You can call it Bud's and I'll explain that a little bit better to you. And then I got mine at my local gun shop, like I said. But if you look at some other places like Dick's Sporting Goods, Field and Stream, Cabela's, Gander Mountain, some places like that, average I was seeing was probably about $14, $15. One place I actually found was actually $15.99, and then they had it on sale for $15.50. Not really much of a sale considering this one was about $250 to almost $350 cheaper. But go ahead, check out some more videos on the channel. I'll be posting up for the reviews. Stay tuned. Like I said, if you want a real good in-depth review, check out a guy. His name's Nutnfancy. Does a lot of good reviews. And that's about it. Stay safe. Shoot straight.